Good morning. Welcome to Big League Dreaming, the podcast, a show about fulfilling your dreams and taking it to the next level. The World Baseball Classic has just started. The first game was late last night. It started at 11 p.m. Always love that these games are starting at weird times. We have another one coming up at 6 a.m. this morning, Eastern Standard Time, which is starting shortly. You have a good matchup with Panama versus Chinese Taipei. That should be a good game to watch. And then we have another game late tonight at 10 p.m., Australia and Korea. That should also be another fun one to watch. But we're going to recap Cuba and Netherlands last night, the first game of the World Baseball Classic. It was pretty exciting. Netherlands looked really good. They had a big sixth inning. They put up 3 runs. That was actually the only inning I got to watch. Was busy doing other stuff, but it was really exciting. And it's also cool that I didn't realize a few of these players on these rosters haven't played for a while. Like Cuba has Yoenis Cespedes, who hasn't played since 2020 with the Mets. He had a couple walks. He looked pretty good, but no hits. And then over on the Netherlands side, you have Roger Bernardina, who hasn't played since 2014, who actually had a pretty decent game. He went 2 for 3. He had a walk. I think he had a couple stolen bases. So pretty exciting that the World Baseball Classic is here. It's starting up. Dad, what do you think you saw from the game last night? Any big highlights, any big players stand out to you, and what can we expect from the games moving forward today?
Good morning, Ty. Good morning to everyone at Big League Dreaming, the podcast. We want to thank you for tuning in and catching up with us on what's happening with the World Baseball Classic. So I fell asleep a little early last night, didn't get a chance to catch that Netherlands-Cuba game, but I did watch it on the recap this morning very early and caught most of the game. Not a big hitting affair, really. Pitchers duel early on with a couple pitchers going at it from different ways. But, surprisingly, the Netherlands has kind of had Cuba's game over the last run of the World Baseball Classic. So no surprise here that the Netherlands were able to scrap out the big win last night. No big hits. I didn't see any big powerful, blast 2-run home runs or anything like that. It was a lot of bloop singles, 2-run singles. Chadwick Trump from the Braves had a bloop single. 2-run single to kind of put them up ahead. The Netherlands 4-1. Actually, had a chance to watch the Team Netherlands play a few years ago in Mexico during a premier game. So this team, I think this matchup between Cuba and the Netherlands, these are the two favorite teams to come out of Pool A. So, those are probably the two teams that'll come out of it. I'll be really interested to see how this next game goes with Panama taking on Chinese Taipei. It's going on right now. In fact, I just got the game on Fox Sports 2. So I'm going to see how this game pans out today. Chinese Taipei, I think Yu Chang is kind of like the interesting story there. Was not going to play for Chinese Taipei. His fans didn't want to hear anything about it, and he's back in the World Baseball Classic. He is playing for the Red Sox this season after recently playing for the Rays. The game just starting again on Fox Sports 2. Ty, you're right. Later on tonight, you got Australia versus Korea taking place. And then I think Panama plays the Netherlands too later on. So that's an 11 o'clock Eastern time game. I think the other part is interesting. So I'm going to watch those games and looking forward to see how that all goes. But I think the other interesting thing about today is that a lot of the major league clubs in spring training are playing teams in the other pools that aren't ready to start yet. So Pool A is getting going right now. But the other games that are going to be interesting to watch. So later today, 1 o'clock Eastern time, Atlanta, the Braves take on the team from the Dominican Republic. Team Canada will take on the Cubs. That's also an afternoon game. The Oakland A's take on Colombia. The Cleveland Guardians take on Team Mexico. Milwaukee will take on Great Britain. A lot of people are really interested to see how they will do there. Puerto Rico takes on Boston tonight at 6:10 p.m. Venezuela will play Houston. Also 6:05 start, 6:10 start. The Mets will play. Who will they play? Let me check on that. I think that's team. I'll double check that. But 6:40 is Team Israel plays Miami, and then we've got Team USA playing San Francisco tonight, 9:05 start. The Mets will be playing Team Nicaragua. Team Nicaragua. It looks like Max Scherzer will likely take them on in that matchup. So yeah, they're really interesting, matchups for the major league teams. I'm really interested in those games to see how those play out. So that's kind of the World Baseball Classic for today, March 8th. We're into it, Ty, right? we're into that part of the year, and well, I wouldn't say that year for a World Baseball Classic year. Folks, keep it here on all World Baseball Classic news as we follow to see who's going to make it to the championship in just a few days. Yeah, in less than 2 weeks, a champion will be crowned. All right, take care, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. And Ty, where can people get more information about Big League Dreaming, the podcast? It's early, right? Forgive me, folks.